program last year when I really saw that so many of the training programs in Central Ohio, although targeted in different areas such as marketing, such as video production, some of them being like general in terms of just building a business plan, but none of them really focused on sales. And so that's what really kind of drove me as I looked at what was available, where I could come in, and really trying to think about the ways in which to help business owners own their sales goals and meet and exceed them, because frequently that's the part that people get really caught up on. And so really I'm on a mission here to help sales professionals leverage technology to make space for creativity, to streamline processes and increase productivity. And then really the vision is that we are able to connect people and partners to accelerate economic impact through job creation, financial literacy, and wealth building. So, just as many of you said, like generational wealth and financial freedom is part of what drives you and part of your why. That's part of the why that I created Smashing Your Sales Goals. So I'm so glad that we're able to find that alignment because that makes a lot of good sense. We have three main principles: smash it, cash it, and stash it. So, really want to empower you to meet and exceed those BHAG sales goals. That's the smashing it part. That's the number one thing. I don't care if you get anything else out of this. Want you to hit and like go beyond the sales goals. Cash it again. Want to help you figure out technologies that are going to allow you to do more efficiently, to do more with less. Many of you work with both corporates and nonprofits, and we are seeing a lot of those budgets being slashed in lots of different ways. So we also have to imagine what that impact is going to look like for our companies as they look at their budgets allocated to wherever we fit in. And technology is going to be one of the ways that we can be more efficient and productive. So we'll try and keep like a consistent focus and talking about different technologies. And then stash it. So really want people to think about, again, the economic impact that you can bring through job creation, through financial literacy, through wealth building. So we're all in very different phases of our businesses. And again, with the economic climate, I think there's always plenty to learn and absorb, so that we do have the wealth building opportunities that we all imagine, and we are able to establish financial freedom for ourselves and for our families in the future. I don't know about many of you, but right now, as I think about like what the tax code is looking like, that sounds like my goals, at least at the bottom, start at 300,000 per year, right? And that's attempt of profit. So that means revenue overall has to be even greater than that in order to try and avoid some of the tax increases that we know are coming down the pipeline. So just again, thinking about and being forward thinking in how we are going to amplify and multiply that money. And we're all women here, so we all know that we're not making the most that we can be making on the dollar. So we've always got to be additionally diligent in where it is that we're putting the dollars that we have. So our sponsor is the City of Columbus Department of Development. So we are an Accelerate Columbus program, and that means that we have received funding that I believe has come through City Council to Department of Development to support small businesses. If you kind of are familiar with the big ecosystem picture, where the City of Columbus tries to operate is in the post startup space. So there's plenty of organizations and programs for pre startup and startup. And so the city likes to operate in the post startup space, which is sort of like 3 to 10-ish years, a lot of their programs. And then that's once we kind of get past that, that's when we see organizations like what is it, Columbus 2020, but it's not called that anymore. But Columbus 2020, Jobs Ohio, and some of our regional economic development organizations kind of working with mature businesses. So very excited to be a part of the Accelerate Columbus program. That also hopefully means that we have an inside track when some of those grant postings come out, because I don't know if you all see those, but frequently by the time they get to you, it's like 48 hours before it's closing, and like frequently all of the spots have already been taken. So hopefully that means we'll get like some inside information on some of those opportunity as well. But we will, and then we'll have some resources that will connect with some of the other Accelerate Columbus programs that are out there and that are free or low cost to you. Some of you, I think, have taken advantage of them, but you may also look to take advantage of them after this in the future. I do know that QuickBooks training was recently added this year to the lineup. There's also website development, video brand storytelling, and leadership development. So, some really great programs that are offered by not only nonprofits, but also for profit small businesses like myself. So, I think they're doing great. So myself, we've talked a little bit here, but you'll be seeing me on Tuesdays as your virtual trainer. I am the creator here, so you'll see me fairly frequently. That is my email and my phone number. So feel free to go ahead and take that information down. Feel free to text me. I usually respond to text faster than respond to a phone call. I'm now like full millennial, and I'm like afraid when the phone rings. I'm like, oh my God, who could be calling me? It must be a bill collector or a lawyer or the police. So texting good is good first up, and then I'll also be providing strategic planning, coaching with you, and support. So if there's ever an instance where you can't get a hold of Bethany, or you just really want to have a coaching session with me, feel free to reach out. That is something that we have certainly kind of added into the program. Your primary point of contact and sales coach is going to be the follow-up boss over here, and so she is going to be seeing you on Thursdays for the all cohort group coaching. She'll be available for the drop-in sales coaching at CML. Bethany will be doing the sales personality discovery session, so that is a live link that you can go ahead and click into and be able to schedule your sales personality discovery, which I'm like very excited. I think I'm gonna have to do this. I haven't done it, so I'm excited to see what my sales personality is, which is going to be some great kind of insights for you as you then think about your SMART goals and your BHAG goals. Yes, sales personality is her jam. Oh, and Varsity says she needs QuickBooks training. You know what? I'm tempted to do the QuickBooks training again, not because I'll do more with QuickBooks, but again, just like the more times I hear it, the better I understand what is happening with the QuickBooks, because man, that is a lot. That is a huge program. It is so much. It is so, you can really go all in. And people who are QuickBooks certified, that's some good money right there. That's a good side hustle. Katie Lees, she's with Book and Street and is strategic partnerships. She'll be our primary point of contact. And Book and Street will be providing the business pricing strategy workshops. So I don't know if Katie necessarily will be the person providing the workshops, probably not, since she's in strategic partnerships, but she will ensure that we get connected with whoever is going to be providing those those. And then Book and Street will also be providing pricing strategy training as well. So you'll get to meet them a little later as we continue forward. See, I did have a space for introductions, but I'm so glad that we got to do that. And so you all know, because as I said, this is a movement. You are founding members of the Smash Nation, which is very exciting to me because uh, we're going to be together for a long time. Like, we're not, this isn't like this won't stop, this won't end. Well, and I say that knowing Astrid, like, Astrid's like, yes, I know. We've been together for a while now and will continue to work together. And yes, you absolutely need the Smash Nation in your life. You're absolutely right. Because this is a community, and this is like a group of people who are like-minded, who have the same vision for world domination. So where are we going? What are we doing, and how are we getting there? That's really where I want to kind of like drive the conversation next. And where we're going is we are working to create a sales playbook with you. Now, I don't know if people do this or not. I know that I've, again, done a lot of training programs. No one's ever showed me how to put together a sales playbook. Now, a business plan, yes. And I will say, if you have a business plan, even if you haven't looked at it for a while, it's time to get it out and dust it off. Excuse me, because your business plan is absolutely going to serve as kind of the foundation for your sales playbook. So if you don't have a business plan, don't worry, you can catch up. You'll just know that there'll be a bit of a learning curve for you, because you'll be doing a couple things subsequent, like at the same time. But I imagine for many people, unless you've created your business plan like fairly recently, you're going to be reviewing it and refining it based on how your business has changed and pivot since you put together that business plan. So don't fret, you'll be able to get through it. But that's where we're going, is we're putting together a sales playbook. And with that, we want to have processes and definitions. So what your sales process is, what certain things mean for you and your business, so that you know, and also if you have other people that are involved in your sales process, that they know. We're gonna help you develop some scripts, and specifically thinking about like overcoming objections. That's one place where people can easily get flustered and not know what to say. And so it's a great strategy to think about the range of objections that you have, and then come up with a brief script or some talking points that are going to allow you to kind of move through that, as well as thinking about like what your pitch is per your audience segment or per your customer segment. Um, and then talk about approaches for closing deals. So this isn't everything that's going to be in the playbook, but these are some of the defining characteristics. And this is where we're going to be going over the next 10 weeks that we're together. So how we're getting there. So one way that we're getting there is through weekly virtual training. And so I'll be coming at you talking about relevant sales information and content that very specifically relates to different portions of your sales playbook. And we'll try and provide also like sales support in real time. So each week I'll try and leave 15 to 20 minutes near the end for not just question and answer, but also hot seat coaching. So if you're facing like a real sales issue, like in the moment, and you want to get some help or insights on it, like we are going to be able to do that. That's actually one thing that's really, really important to me, because I don't know about you, but I've been in situations where I'm putting together proposals, I'm trying to put together straight pricing, I'm trying to like make something a little bit customized for a different kind of customer, and I don't necessarily have anybody to bounce it off of. And so I'm hoping that the information seems good, but I don't want to sit on it also, because if it's a hot lead, right, the last thing you want to do is sit on a hot lead. So being available to support you like in real time when you're actually like going through those things is something that's really important. So that's one of the things that we will make space for during the trainings on Tuesdays. We will be doing that through Zoom sessions here. So each week, I think this is going to be the consistent Zoom link, and I've created a couple calendars, so hopefully you're getting the calendar invites with like some of the detail information week to week, so you have an idea what's going on, and we'll record those. I haven't figured out exactly what platform will be offering access to everything, because once I make a decision, I just want to make it once. I don't want to migrate to a platform like as a stopgap and then be like, oh, we'll switch it later, because it's hard to get people to migrate. So for the moment, I will attach things to the Outlook meeting invites. And probably by next month, we'll make a decision about what platform things will be on, and we'll keep you posted on that. The the slide decks will be available on the invites as well. And you can expect that there will be homework each week that you'll be working on, so that you are able to kind of apply the presented material and right away be able to understand like how this works for you and if it works for you. And as we said, we have the calendar holds coming out. So if you are not on the calendar invites, let me know so we can make sure we get you on those. And then Thursdays, how we're getting there is sales coaching. So this will be guided support, so you can apply those relevant business concepts, use cases, processes, and follow through. And again, that's intended to be real time. So that's what we've got time scheduled in for it every week in different types of ways. So drop-in coaching, that's going to be unscheduled meetups at CML, and that's optional, but I encourage you to take advantage of those opportunities. All cohort group coaching. For this cohort, group coaching, I believe, is going to be at Heartland Bank out west on Wilson Road. They have a really nice meeting room. They have a lot of free parking that is off the street. And they're a very good small business partner. So they're actually really excited to have us in, and we'll probably spend a couple minutes telling you about some of their financial products as well. I think Heartland Bank actually just I don't know if it's got bought out or they were acquired or it was a merger. I'm not exactly what, but they merged with another community bank. So I'm interested to see how things go. Based on what they're saying, it's like another very community focused bank. So I'm happy about that, because Heartland Bank, if you have not engaged with them as a small business, they're very amenable. And then also how we're going to get there is pricing strategy workshops. So this is an opportunity to connect with a third party CFO level pricing strategist to take a look at your pricing per products or per product category, per services or per service category, to ensure that your cost to expenses results in revenue and profits.